Okay, family, let's listen to this. Very important. It's okay not to be okay. Just listen and take some few notes. You might end up surviving, your situations might end up turning around. Believe you me. Let's go. Greetings once more, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, as I was on my way to school today, this is what happened. There's this individual that I've seen my video, and this person says to me, "Hey man, are you not the guy that I saw on YouTube this early hours of this morning?" And I said, "Yes, that's me." Then he said to me, "Okay, I was interested. I heard you speak about depression, mental breakdown, and all those kind of stuff. I was just wanted to know from you before you can go wherever you're going right now, for you just to tell me about what are the signs of depression or signs of mental breakdown." So this is what I said to him. Very simple, and that's why I'm making this video, so that it can help also others outside there. So here it is, guys. It's like this: when you go into depression, you will firstly experience the emotional challenge. You understand? You will experience an emotional and mental signs as well. So what will happen is this: you will be persistent in your sadness and emptiness. You feel like you are just nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? You feel like you're just nothing. So emotions are very important to read when you are alive in this world, and being one of the greatest signs that you are falling into depression. So there will be a persistent sadness, there will be an emptiness inside of you. You will feel like you add no value to yourself, or you add no value to the company of the people that you are with. You're feeling down most of the time. You understand? Another factor that we can look at under emotions, it will be loss of interest or pleasure. You are no longer happy about anything. You are no longer happy about anything that is happening. Either you've got money, you've got cars, you've got houses, you've got everything that one man can dream to have, but those things does not activate your spirit. Those things does not activate your heart into rising and get interested. And that's why there are people who die out of stress and depression, not because they don't have things. They do have things, but basic point is they are unable to get joy or get excited about such kind of thing. You do understand what I mean, guy? Now another thing, people loses hope. You begin to lose hope. You begin to lose love for things, and you should know when such begin to happen, that is an encroachment of depression. You stop even believing in things. You stop believing in things. You begin to doubt even the real existence of the things that are happening around you. You understand what I mean? So it's very important to hold on into your belief. Fight for your belief. Fight for belief that you will get better. I will be better. I will win. I will rise. I will heal. I will. There must be just I will at all the time. Do you understand what I mean? So basically here, the point that I'm trying to say is this: you begin as well, this is emotional things, guys. You begin to feel, how can I put this? You begin to feel guilt and self-blame. Remember on my previous video, I said it is not my problem that I have got struggles. There are things that I'm unable to reach. So you see, you stop blaming yourself. You start blaming yourself when you are approaching the nerve breakdown, the mental breakdown, the depression state. You begin to blame yourself. You feel guilty for everything that is happening wrong in your life, or wrong in your children's life. I have been in such a moment, even myself, where I was like, all the time, blaming myself for the failures, blaming myself for my children's stuff not going right, for my church stuff not going right. I used to blame myself at all the time until I found my grip to say, no, I cannot keep on dying internally because of what other people, what other people will be thinking about me, that he is a failure. So I always had that guilt inside of me that no, things are not going to go right. Things are not going to happen for me. Like on anything that does not go right, it is my mistake. So literally, that is the sign of the encroachment of depression or mental breakdown. You understand what I'm saying? So you are always irritated. You are always frustrated. So guys, let me tell you this. When depression begins to set in into your life, you begin to be irritably very easy. To be irritable very easy. When people speak, it's like they are just poking your brain. It's like they are piercing you with or pricking you with the needle. It's like you just want to be all alone. That's why many people, or most of the people that are already depressed, you'll find them, they hide themselves in their bedroom. They don't go out. They don't want to meet people because they get irritated very easy. So they feel comfortable when they are not challenged. They feel comfortable when they are not approached by various people. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it is quite important, brother and sister, that you should identify that you're always frustrated. Like, it's like, come on. Like, why are these things just being like this, man? Why can't this thing change? You're always frustrated, and frustration is the symbol of the encroachment of depression. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's once you get frustrated, once you get alone, isolated, you want to be just all by yourself, and then automatically you begin to have difficulty to concentrate. Like, for example, you might be speaking to somebody, but they spoke 10, 15 sentences and you had nothing on what they were saying. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? You had nothing. Nothing made sense. If they can ask you what I said, then you won't be able to repeat after them. You lose concentration. You lose focus when mental breakdown begin to encroach your life. That's how, these are some of just the few things that you can actually look at and tick within those boxes that, yes, I do have this, I'm experiencing this. You understand what I mean? So this is some of the other things that are coming to as a sign to you that you are approaching mental breakdown. And it's not an easy, nice thing, to go through depression, because when you are depressed, it's like you are taken down. You don't have to do anything. That's why most of the people, they will neglect themselves as well. They will not bath, so physically it will show. They are not going to bath, they are not going to brush their teeth at some point. Some, they have various different things. Some, they don't even change clothes. The clothes that they worn last week, they are still wearing them even today. They don't comb their hair. It's like they don't care about life at all. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, that is one of the things. Now, your thoughts are always frequent in a negative. You hear what I'm saying? Your thoughts are always in a negative frequency. So in other words, you are always and forever negative about anything. No, it won't happen. No, it won't change. No, it will remain the same here, now, and there. Come on, guys. Come on. Here, listen to me very careful. Once you begin development of the thoughts of negative vibrations within yourself, you should deal with that with immediate effect. Otherwise, the remedy of emotions is to always get up, exercise, move around, engage people, talk to people, try to reach for help, spiritual resuscitation, awakeness in the spirit. Those are some of the things that can actually help you on the emotional side. They will help you on the emotional side. Now, as we check, I said the first point, it's emotional science, where it's something that happens in your spirit, something that happens in your physical, in your heart, in your emotions and all that. So it is an emotion. But then for a sign of the encroachment of depression or mental breakdown or nervous breakdown, some of those things you can see them on the physical world, like as I've already spoken, that some people, they do not bath, some people, they neglect themselves, they can spend the whole day sitting without bathing, sleeping without waking up, and always showing the physical signs of unwellness into this individual life. So one other point that I can say on a physical and behavioral sign would be you begin to have sleepless nights. You begin to have sleepless nights. You begin to be restless. You can't sleep when you try to push yourself into sleep. There's this thing that says, stay awake, stay awake, stay awake. You're just like a person, you behave just like a person who's about to drown, or that is drowning in the river or any kind of water port. You understand? Now, when you are fighting, you are under the belly of the water. You are fighting, kicking and trying to reach up to grab onto something and try to elevate, to levitate yourself from inside within the water, and the water keep on twisting you, twisting you, and that's how you begin to behave. You always want to open your eyes. You want to see what is going to happen next. And it's not a good thing that you're thinking about. Remember, negative thoughts. You are thinking, what is it now that is going to go bad about me? You keep on reading the roof. You keep on, counting the fingers. You keep on, complaining. And there is zero sleep for you. And that's why so many people, because this physical element brings restlessness unto them, they end up being addicted. Do you get what I'm saying? They end up being addicted to pills, painkillers, sleeping pills, drugs, and all other elements. So it is quite pivotal for us to realize that when we begin to have sleepless nights, it's time for us to find ourselves a counseling. Do you get that? Do you get that? It's time for us to find ourselves a counseling. Not just counseling, but a spiritual intervention as well. Because we'll end up addicted to the things that gives us a temporary relief. And at the end of the day, we are left broken and shattered by the time we think we're going to rise up physically, spiritually, and emotionally. We find that we are long given up. We are long given up. So physically, you will see such kind of challenges: restlessness, changes in your sleeping patterns. You begin to experience insomnia. And then you're always tired. Amen. You are always tired. That is another symbol, of showing that you are having a problem of encroachment of what we call depression or mental breakdown. Let me tell you this. Every time you have a low energy, you don't feel like getting up. You don't feel like standing up. You don't feel like doing anything. You don't feel like getting involved into any progress. Everything that has to do with you getting physically involved, you don't want to do that. That is another sign of saying, I am depressed, or already I'm experiencing the encroachment of depression or sound mind blockage or mental meltness. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Yes, that will be another thing that can actually cause a problem. Fatigue. You're always tired. You also want to sleep. You eat and sleep. You eat and sleep, and you end up being disfigured physically. Why? Because you are always eating, sleeping, eating, sleeping. You're not doing anything. Blood flow, it's not happening for you. So some of the solution to these problems, guys, it's all about waking up. Walk on the streets or walk on a treadmill, do some exercise, the tai chi, the tai chin, the tai bos, and all this kind of stuff, the pilates and all that, the yoga. These are the things that will help you, to make your blood begin to flow. Yet again, you will begin to regain your strength. So it's very important that don't take fatigue as a disease. Fatigue, it's an element of depression. So it's just an end product of depression. So listen, there's this thing I wanted to tell you. When you are depressed or when you have a mental breakdown, your eating pattern begins to change as well. I have seen it most of the times when the time I was going through my depressions, I was in a depression state. My eating behavior also changed. When there will be a time where I don't want food at all, and there will be a time where when I want to eat, I just want it to be finished here, now and then. That's why I will eat, even using both hands at some point, or putting so many forks or spoons inside of my mouth, just so that I can get over and done with. So my patience was low, my focus was low. All these elements, they were happening within my life, and guys, I'm not out of the woods as yet. I'm fighting this each and every day. How am I surviving? Go and listen to my video. How am I surviving? I just told myself, this is the time for me to rise. This is the time for me to go forward. You know what I'm saying? And believe you me, you won't get any help by shying away, hiding away. You need to speak to people. You need to align yourself, associate yourself with people that have already gone through that, or those whom God has assigned, in order to be able to pray for you. So don't be ashamed when you are depressed. Don't be ashamed when you're feeling low, fatigued, and all this kind of stuff. That is the moment where you need to identify what is going on in your life. So it's very important you take that into consideration. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, without any waste of time, another thing that I wanted to speak on is this. Now, after the change of the appetite, some they don't eat at all, some like sweets a lot, some like chocolates, they like eating a lot, pizza, they take comfort within their food, and there's this other thing that I wanted to tell you, that comes and happen. You always will figure out that you've got unexplained aches, pains, headaches, stomach issues, diarrhea, muscle pains, and all of that. Now, those are actually the end product of your loss of appetite, or your eating abnormality. You understand? So they will cause those things. Some of those things they come when it's now grown, that depression is now grown inside of you. Do you get what I'm saying? So it is very important that when you're feeling pains and all that, stand up and begin to exercise. Stand up and begin to take your walk, one step at a time. Don't be too harsh to yourself. One step at the time, and find someone that is gonna walk the walk with you, someone that is gonna be there and be patient with you, not someone that is going to have a short temper towards you. You need someone that is gonna say, yeah, we can do this, and you can do this together. We can do this. Do you understand what I'm saying, my brother? And my sister, it's very, very, very important that we should have a knowledge when things are happening about our lives. I've already spoken about hygiene. People neglect hygiene. They no longer bath. They no longer appear appealing, if I may put it like that. So, okay, enough with that. how can we survive? How can we survive all these elements? I guess that is the question that you're waiting for. I've given some of the hints backwards there, but I want to summarize it to say, once you realize that you've fallen in a depression, that is the time for you to start getting help. Call out for help. There are professional people, there are spiritual people, there are friends and relatives. Do not isolate yourself. Find yourself a person, a partner who's going to understand what you're going through, because it's not everybody that will understand what you're going through, and that person will be your element of dependency in order to help you to get up. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah. So that is of vital importance, that you should have a company around you. Stop isolating yourself. You see, electrically, when we talk about isolation, we're talking about taking something out, or an apparatus out of the energy of electricity. So it won't function. It is a mini sub, but when we have isolated it, it's going just to be dormant like that. It may have powerful equipments inside to electrify people, but it's not going to do any help to people when it is isolated. So even yourself, fight isolation. Start accepting yourself. There's nothing you can do, man, to wish that situation away, but there is everything you can do to rise up. Begin to pray again. Begin to have hope again. Begin to start believing again. Begin to start associating again. Begin to start physically changing yourself again. Begin to start doing your diets that are going to help you, reach an element of victory physically, so that you can be able to be conquering into those kind of space and time. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps you. To my online viewer there, it made me think many times when you stopped me on that road and talked to me about my video, about talking about the depression and those kind of state. I really appreciate, because you actually pushed me to uncomfortable zone of saying it's not enough to say it's okay not to be okay, but how can I see those signs that I'm not okay? And how can I come out from all these elements that are troubling and putting me into depression? And that's why we've got so many people that end up killing themselves, guys. Suicide. Mostly it's people who are depressed. It's not someone that is saving too much money and happy. You can have too much money and be happy, or you can have less money or no money and be unhappy. But it does not mean that, doesn't constitute that you're going to kill yourself. But so what constitute to kill yourself? It's depression. And my last words to you, it's okay not to be okay. Follow me. And if you want virtual counseling, make sure that you inbox me. Let's do this. And you have a chance to rise again. Believe you me. If you are one of the other people that have gone through such kind of a situation, predicament of depression and mind suppressions and all this negative energy, I just want to invite you. Inbox me so that we can hear what is your story, because your story might help somebody else. Stay blessed.